Hello, and welcome to episode 117 of Bardic Quest. Johann has found himself extremely weakened after having his life drained from a wraith in the depths of the Lost Mine of Phandelver. But, having just about survived that encounter, he's also discovered a mysterious book within the mine's depths. What does this book mean? And can our heroes successfully track down the Black Spider? So, without further ado, let's get into this week's episode of Bardic Quest. As you pull the book down from the shelf, it feels very leathery, but it's almost like stretched and very thin, kind of very dark, almost elasticy, and it actually, as you're kind of looking at it, it looks very clearly as though whatever material this is has been dyed a black colour, because you can see on the underside, just where some of it's peeling off, that it's very fleshy coloured underneath. And kind of this material has kind of been stretched over what can only be described as a demonic looking face peering out of the book's cover.
Okay. I'm tempted to use my inspiration to add to my Arcana check.
If you want to, by all means.
I think I'm gonna use my inspiration to add to this Arcana check. Oh, for God's sake, it's a 2.
This, when you asked whether or not you feel anything from this book, I think it's certainly safe to say probably heebie-jeebies, regardless of Arcana.
I wasted my inspiration on discovering that I have the heebie-jeebies.
What is that, Johann?
I don't know. I'm afraid to look. And I kind of take a deep breath and tentatively open the front cover.
As you open the cover of this book, what languages do you speak, Johann? Ah,
We'll
what a
never
time!
know.
What a time to lose him. We will never.
As you
know.
open this book, boom!
Streamlabs is being a nightmare today. Hang on.
You care to ask me that again?
Yes. What languages do you speak?
Oh, please tell me. I speak, well, as well as Common and Thieves' Cant, I speak Abyssal, Celestial, and Infernal.
So, as you're kind of just carefully and tentatively flicking through the initial pages of this book. It seems as though there have been many hands that have written in it. Many hands and many scripts that have been written into it. Some you recognize, and some you don't. The ones that you recognize are infernal and abyssal.
Oh my god, finally!
And from what you can make out with these, again, you're only skimming it at this point. The pages seem to contain knowledge of the darkest creatures, not just of this world, but all worlds, according to the writings that you can see. Their origins, their weaknesses, their deepest, darkest secrets.
By the flame. This is... I didn't think something like this existed. These are entries. It's a bestiary of sorts. It's like my book, only it has... This is knowledge. This is something I could use to...
So take the book and we go find the black spider. Let's move.
It feels wrong somehow. It's too good to be true.
Johann, what does this book mean to you?
Since I left the Brethren, I've tried to rebuild our knowledge on all the dark creatures that we have been known to face. We lost the library and the vault. All our accumulated knowledge on how to track, hunt, and destroy the evil creatures of the world. And I have made it my mission to discover as much as I can in order to help rebuild it. But this is what it looks like, then this could be such a great step into rebuilding our knowledge. It may tell us things that not only were lost, but things we didn't know before. I could rebuild the Brethren with this. The Red Wizard, Harmon Cost, he spoke of knowledge that would help me. I thought he was lying. I didn't think it was real.
When he tried to bargain for his life?
That's what I thought. That's why I killed him. I thought Red Wizards lie. They scheme. They cheat. But this... Take it. I cannot look on it.
I don't understand. Just take the book and we go and we find the black spider. What's the issue?
This is worth everything, but look at it. There's something wrong with this book. It feels evil somehow.
I can't feel it, but I believe you.
Would you like me to keep it safe?
Yes, thank you. I will read it later.
We will make sure that it doesn't hold any ill effects, but I shall keep it safe and not use it. It's yours. I shall merely be its custodian.
Johann puts a hand on Thorik's mailed shoulder. I trust you.
And I'll kind of gingerly take, I'll take my vestments out of my pack, and so I'm not actually touching the book itself. I'll wrap it and stow it in my pack.
Let's move.
Let's. Like the way we came? Is there any other way? Or is this a dead end?
It's a closed off room. There's no other exits from this room.
From this room, only the way you came in.
Onwards.
Or backwards?
So,
Ready.
as Johann, you carefully kind of lift yourself back up to your feet and make your way towards the door, the rest of you doing the same. You look out towards the starry ceilinged cavern once again. You essentially have two routes. Back up the steps from whence you came, or to your left or to the south, a cave tunnel.
I think the cave tunnel. We've not ventured that way yet, have we? I'll stay next to you, Johann. If you need a walking stick, just use my head.
I think I'd be glad of that. And he puts his hand on Sergei's shoulder.
It was more of a rhetorical statement, but sure, you can use it.
Yeah, Saga doesn't say much, but she's incredibly worried. She'll walk
Can-
in front.
Can Thorik kind of like, while those two are with each other, can he go up to Saga and sort of surreptitiously speak to her and say, "We can't stay here.
No, we can't.
We need to leave. If we come across the black spider, we'll deal with him, but I'm worried."
So am I. So worried.
I say
Can I
we'll
hear
try
them?
and leave.
Can I hear them whine?
How quiet are you trying to be, Thorik?
We're whispering, I'm guessing.
Yeah, like
I probably can't hear you. Go ahead, sorry.
I'm gonna say to Johann very quickly, stay in there, my friend. Once this is all over, we can smoke this pipe on a nice balcony somewhere, eh?
I like that. I actually would like that. I feel
There
like
you go.
I haven't smoked in days.
No, neither. Apart from when I set those bugbears on fire earlier.
I was worried about you.
I was worried about you too.
I'm fine. That's
Got
personal.
I've got your back, and you've got my head, apparently.
Let's go.
All right. So you're heading down that tunnel to the south, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. As you make your way south, you enter into a cavern, which really has what is essentially a dense carpet of weird fungi covering large sections of the floor. The growth includes little puffballs a foot across, a weird shelf fungus growing on stalagmites, and large stalks and caps a good 5 feet tall. Some of the puffballs actually glowing with an eerie green phosphorescence.
As we get there, I kind of stop everyone before we go barreling in here, and I say, Johann, do you remember when we first came in here? Didn't we come across a room full of mushrooms? We didn't go that way, but we deliberately turned off elsewhere.
I think you're right. We left Gundren nearby.
I think we're near the entrance.
It might be worth it heading there, seeing if Gundren is still there.
I don't.
Coming back into cave.
Given what everything else has done to us, I don't really trust that these are just pretty mushrooms.
What do you think?
I don't know. Do I, with my knowledge of edible fungi and stuff things, would I know anything? Like, I am not thinking that these are going to be edible in any capacity, but I'm trying to think, like, from knowledge of fungi and which ones don't kill you, do I know what these are?
Sure, do you want to give me an H check?
I'm not proficient. May I add my cook's utensils proficiency?
If your question is specifically whether or not they're edible or poisonous, sure.
Cool. Nat 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Inconclusive.
I think we should eat all of them. No.
I'm feeling a bit fitter. Maybe I go ahead and...
Please be careful.
When am I not careful? I conned an eyeball out of existence, and I'll head into...
He's not going to drop that.
No, he's never going to drop that.
Alright, you stroll across this cavern with all of the confidence of someone who has just conned an eyeball out of existence. And as you do so, a huge cloud of green, almost like gas, fills the air. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Everyone, please.
Oh, come on.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry, all.
It's okay, buddy.
Is this a
Is this
poison-based?
Yeah.
It is a poison-based Constitution save, yes. So, Thorik, as a dwarf, you can do so with advantage.
I got a 13.
Okay.
I also got a 13.
Okay.
I got a 2.
Okay.
Oh no. No.
15?
Johann.
Yep.
You take
I'm so sorry.
8 points
Bye.
poison damage and are poisoned for 10 minutes. But I believe
Well, it
as
doesn't matter,
well
I click
you
down.
are also down. When you take into account, because you have only 7 maximum hit points, what's your negative number?
It's -6.
Holy shit. One more, and that would have been dead outright. Okay.
Saga catches him as he's falling.
He collapses to the ground now. Very
Again.
much in a dying state. To begin with, Johann, could I get a death saving throw from you, please?
Sure thing, buddy.
Yeah.
19.
Oh,
That's good. That's one success.
As soon as I'm allowed to, I'd like to run to Johann.
Yeah, absolutely. We're kind of in semi-initiative here at this point.
I run to him, and as I pick him up, I use Spare the Dying to stabilize him. And I am just running through this. We're in it. We're going through.
Sergei starts to turn back and goes, "Oh no, we're running now. We're running now."
Would you like to describe how you cast Spare the Dying?
As I pick him up, I just try to. I breathe in and I exhale this kind of like silver mist, which just he inhales into his body and kind of comes back to life. And I sort of try and cover him with the edge of my cloak as I'm kind of like, move, everyone, as we just sort of barrel through.
Okay. So you're now at this point charging through to get to the other side of the room?
To get through
the room.
Sure.
And okay, cool. So you all charge through. Johann, at least stable, so not dying at this point as you charge through, and you find yourself eventually come to a chamber with many tunnels intersecting what is a natural 30-foot high cavern. You can see here walls carved with reliefs of dwarves and gnome miners hard at work, and the floor scattered with a number of skeletons and a half a dozen large brass lanterns, unlit, standing in niches or ledges around the cavern. There is also a number of sturges lying on the ground.
Sturges?
Just
Did we
dead.
Did we kill them? Did we fight some sturges?
No, we didn't.
No, as in me. I can't ask Johann because he's unconscious. Does Thorik remember fighting some sturges?
I don't believe so.
Right. Keeps
You know where
an
we
eye
are,
out.
Thorik?
Keeps an eye out on the ceiling. Keep your eyes up. I'm just hefting Johann.
Again.
Fuck. Do I have? Yes, I bloody well do. I stick a potion of healing down his neck.
Nice. Okay, so that is 2d4 plus...
2d4 plus 2. Do you want me to roll or for Johann to
no,
roll?
you go ahead, Thorik.
Cool. 2, 4, lovely, 6, 8 hit points. He 7 if that's his max.
All right.
Yep.
You're to full hit points, Johann.
Woohoo!
And I'm hacking him on the back, just like, get it all up. Give him some. I rinse his eyes with my water skin. I sort of rinse his mouth out. And, take the edge of my cloak and clean his ears, just any sort of soft tissue.
Mm-hmm.
I jam some up his nose and just get him to really just fucking get it. I'm like a mother. I'm just I don't care if I get snot and mucus all over me. I'm just getting this out of his system.
Johan's
Thank goodness.
I actually feel a little better than I did. Ooh. What was that?
Sorry? Mushrooms are not friendly.
Nothing you could have done. It's,
Johann looks at Thorik. Mushrooms.
yeah.
Gas or something.
Don't eat those.
Never encountered killer mushrooms before. Draws
I
his
think-
sword.
I think we're close to the entrance.
Do you two recognize where we are?
Do I?
Do you recall a room with drawings and carvings of dwarves and gnome miners?
We've been in a similar room. I just don't know if we've been in this room.
Aye. Because we saw on their map that there was like the fungus thing, and I think though it's kind of connecting a memory of where we went to like the map that we saw that they've created. That's a bit more comprehensive.
I think have I still got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've still got it.
Yeah.
So kind of get it out. Because we must be getting back to the written part of the map now. We're not on the unwritten part of the map now, are we?
So, the map itself did reference a fungal cave in the southeastern corner of this complex. From what you can tell of the map, you are now at the old entrance to the mine. There is a tunnel to the south, a tunnel to the north, a tunnel to the east, which you've just come from, and a tunnel to the west. The tunnel to the south, according to this map, leads to just a couple of rooms that break off from this tunnel, which are marked as... they are marked as... Hang on, bear with me. They're marked as the old guard room and the assayer's office. And then the tunnel to the west leads, according to this map, back towards where you will have entered from, into the mine.
When you say the old entrance to the mine, does that mean that one of these tunnels leads to the outside?
So the tunnel to the west would lead to where you entered into the mines from.
Okay.
The tunnel to the south, there is marked there where it says that this is like the old entrance, that there's some obstruction. So that tunnel south doesn't actually lead anywhere aside from these two rooms that have been that break off from the corridor.
I say we try and get back to the entrance, find Gundren.
I'm with you.
So, looking at the map, he's like, so south, guard room, so west. We go west.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. You head west along the tunnels, through the tunnel, to a low chamber with a ledge about 20 feet above you. This chamber is kind of like 10 foot wide, again that ledge above you, and a rope leading up towards the ledge.
Someone's come this way.
The tunnel also continues west beyond the ledge.
Does this look familiar to us?
You certainly recall a ledge with a rope.
Okay, and it was already there when we...
Yes.
Okay, right.
Are there any bugbears about?
Not that you can see.
makes a change. Right, let's go.
Up the rope.
Aye.
Who's going
You will.
first?
I will go first.
Can I spring up to the ledge using my boots?
What's your jumping height?
Not for the last time. Let's look up jumping in fifth edition.
It'll be 3
So they're-
times your normal distance.
So jumping.
That's like 10
Consult the Book of Hands. High jump. When you make a high jump, you leap into the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier. If you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump, that doesn't make sense. When you make a standing high jump, you can jump only half the distance. Okay, so if I run for some reason, I can jump higher.
Yeah, run jump.
Sure.
So 3 plus modifier, which is
Get the pipe out.
3. So I can jump 6 foot, but then the boots of striding and springing, which we will just check them
3 times that.
3 times. So I can jump 6. So
18.
So 8. I can jump 18 foot high.
Okay.
Damn.
Which is not going to be quite enough to clear the ledge, but I will give you an athletics check with advantage because all you got to do is literally hoist yourself up once you grab the top.
Lovely. Athletics, which I'm luckily proficient in. So that's a 16.
All right. So you leap up as Sergei's just about to get on the rope. You just leap up above Sergei and just hoist yourself up as you grab the side and just lift your body weight up. Oh, yeah, go on.
So no. I was just going to say I check that there's not someone waiting to just like take my head off.
Sure. There isn't somebody waiting to take your head off.
Oh no.
There's a butt, isn't there?
There's a
But as you peek up, you do see Gundren Rockseeker being held
Oh.
by Halfran Loren.
I knew it.
mother.
I vault up onto the ledge and reach down and grab Sergei by the scruff and like pull him up.
And Halfran Loren says, "Don't move."
Saga and
I think
look at each other.
it's time to talk. Don't you?
You've been a difficult person to find.
Yes. Haven't I? He gives you a shit-eating grin.
Ugh.
He says, "Tell me, what did you find in there?"
Nothing. The forge is destroyed.
Really?
Which is all gone.
A few trinkets if you really want them.
Can we hear him? Tom?
Oh yeah, you can hear him, certainly. He says, "I believe there were 4 of you. What
We kind of-
happened to the others?"
Kind of hold ourselves against the ledge so he can't definitely can't see us.
Your friend made short work of them.
Oh, which friend was that exactly?
The skin shifter.
Sildar.
Oh, yes. Not my idea, I must say. That was all his, but a genius move, I must say. I imagine it discombobulated you for a moment.
Indeed.
So, forge destroyed, you say?
Its power gone. Well, mostly. From what I can tell.
Give me a deception check.
That's not a lie.
Well, you had said destroyed initially.
As far as Thorik understands it, like, it's not gonna be what he thinks it is. He doesn't know if it's gonna be. It has been destroyed. Like, the whole room's fucked. I mean, if you want to keep it as deception, entirely up to you. But like, it's as far as he's concerned, he's
A mild
I mean,
deception, I think.
regardless, it's all -1.
Whatever I argue.
So, a 12 for an 11.
Okay. He says, and what else did you find in there?
Fuck me. This, he chucks the mace at his feet. It's like, you want it? Some coins, chucks the bag of copper pieces at his feet as well.
1,100 copper pieces.
Frankly, I don't give a damn about this God's forsaken place anymore.
He chuckles to himself. He says, you don't know much about my family, do you? I have no need for copper.
You asked what we found.
That is what we found.
Huh.
Surely you would have found more. You know, this being a secret hideout of yours.
Oh no, it's no hideout, more a project. That your friend here, and he kind of nudges Gundren forward, says, your friend here led me straight to. And it seems, as much as you have been a thorn in my side, an irritant, perhaps, that you may very well have made my job much easier too.
And what job's that?
Well, there are certain, well, shall we say obstacles that have gotten in my way down here. Certain areas that these bugbears dare not tread, and frankly, neither would I on my own. But perhaps, as I have ventured through this ancient mine, I have passed through your path of destruction in here, clearing much of the way.
Well, as far as I see it, you stood over there, and we stood over here. 3 of us and 1 of you, so...
Yes, unfortunately, you do understand that given everything that you have seen here and everything that you have learned, I can't possibly let you leave. And, well, your friend here may well have to perish as well. I can't leave any loose ends, you understand.
Is there any chance of getting the drop on him?
You're going to have to elaborate a little, because he's stood right in front of you with Gundren as hostage.
So does he have anything to Gundren's throat or anything like that?
Yes, he has his, well, not really to his throat, but certainly over him. He has that black staff with the spider motif at the top.
Right.
I would like to... Hold on. Stand by.
I love James's harebrained schemes.
I would like to look at him and just kind of go, well, we need to get out there. You need to get back in here. Fuck it, I suppose if we're all throwing our items at you, I'll take one of my daggers and throw it deliberately beyond him.
Beyond him? So
yeah.
Not at him?
Not attack, just
him.
carelessly past him. And then, if he takes no notice, I will create a little mage hand to give a wave above it and lift it up. If he pays no notice, I'll give it a couple of seconds after.
He looks past it and, with all the cockiness you would expect, says, you missed, I'm afraid.
And then I would like to slowly raise it up towards his neck. And
Thorik, what are you... I know you're desperate. Before Sergei declares what he's about to do, I know you're desperate to ask, so I'm going to just...
Can I use a spell that has a single word that I want to say?
If you are going to cast a spell at him, that would trigger initiative.
It's one word.
It would still trigger initiative. Because you don't know what he has at his disposal. And it's all about who's quicker. You could do it, but it would trigger initiative, and you may not get in there first.
I'm gonna not do anything just yet then.
Sergei?
I'm going to lift the knife sort of around his throat, but before it gets there, I'm going to say, I may have missed, but you are flanked. Let our good friend Gundren go, and I'll get the knife pressed right up into his throat to try and deceive him that there's someone behind him.
Give me a deception check first of all.
Okay. It's, 9 plus 7, so that's a 16.
Go, Bard, go. Go, Bard, go.
That's 16.
All I have at my disposal is deception right now.
You see him kind of straighten up for a moment. And he kind of... You see his muscles tighten. And he says, I see. Well, if words will not be enough, perhaps death will. And that is where we'll end the session for tonight.
Nice move.
I just wanted to take a quick moment to say a huge, massive thank you to all of our patrons who have brought this show to you today. So a massive thank you from us to you, to Nigel Raggett, Rebecca Hill, James Hamilton, J.R. Belliston, Jason Bradwell, Jason Udall, Chrissy Kirby, Robert Treadwell, and Gary Lloyd. Again, a huge thank you from us for all of your support and making everything that we're doing with this show possible.